Good morning, everybody. It's time. It's finally duck season opener. Headed over here to a little lake this morning. Gonna set up for a while. Meeting a buddy of mine over here. Don't have a whole lot of time this morning, but we're gonna set up for a little while and see what we can do. But they should be flying. It's nice and brisk out, so I'm excited. We'll see. Well, friends, duck hunting didn't go great. I got soaked. It wasn't a fun time. It was nice being out there. Beautiful sunrise. The first day, second day, there was no sunrise. It was just clouds and rain. But anyways, I had some time this evening to go do some bow hunting finally. Completely overdressed. By the time I got to my stand, I was sweating terribly. I'm pretty good at doing that. I usually overdress and then I sweat and then I sit there freezing. But I got up to my stand and I put my bow on the string and climbed up in it, and just as soon as I was getting turned around and sat down, 3 doe took off. They were bedded right there, not too far from the stand. With the leaves being wet, you know, I didn't hardly make any noise getting in there. And about 10 minutes later, I was sitting there and just kind of started gently rolling the rattle bag, you know, kind of making a sparring noise, and decent 8-point come right up the log road to me and stood there for a minute having a stare down with me, and then he kind of veered off to the right and started not running away but kind of trotting away a little bit. So at that point when he veered, I had time to grab my bow and get my release on and draw back on him, and I stopped him. I shot him. He was probably 25-30 yards when I shot. And found my arrow, good blood. He ran up the log road a little ways into some thicker stuff, and I watched him bed down. He bedded down, then tried getting back up, and then he bedded down again. So I figured it was a good, clean kill shot. So I sat there for a while and watched, and I did see him pick his head up a few times. But then there was nothing, so I sat there, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and I tried getting down to come down here and get changed and stuff out of my clothes. And when I got about halfway down the tree, I heard a bunch of crashing, taking on. He took off, and he looked hurt. He didn't look in good shape. So I'm down here now having a cold beer. Hopefully a celebratory beer. Gonna give him a little while here and go see if we can find him. But like I said, I've got confidence because the arrow looked good and whatnot. But I don't know. I hate trying to track deer at night, lights, and just especially with the leaves being kind of wet, just kind of blends in pretty good. But I don't know. We'll see. Give it a little while yet and see if we can go find him. Hi friends. Little update. I did find my deer. It was kind of an unfortunate circumstance though. I went back out that night. Found where he was bedded down. Found a couple drops of blood here and there, heading up the hill, whatever. All of a sudden, just lost blood, and searched the creek bank, searched high and low. Lights started dying, so I was exhausted. Came back home, went out the next morning, started looking in the general area again, and you know, all around whatever, and couldn't find anything. Couldn't find him, couldn't find blood, nothing. So then I started kind of thinking, well, maybe he laid down and clotted up and he's gonna make it. I don't know. Wasn't happy, not for the fact of I didn't get him, but just for the fact of I wounded a deer and didn't find him, and, you know, maybe now he's gonna get gangrene and suffer. Who knows? But I was pretty much calling it quits. Started headed back down the hill, and I heard a bunch of crows and turkey buzzards and everything kind of carrying on over in the distance, like towards my cabin area. And so I sat there for a minute and listened, and then all of a sudden I started seeing turkey buzzards and everything flying, doing circles and everything over in that area. So I was like, well, I find it hard to believe he went down into the creek and back up the other side and he's up there somewhere, but there's obviously something over there that they're carrying on about. So I walked over there, and sure enough, I found him laying there. He was all stripped. He was tore up bad. I'll show you a little picture. It's kind of gory, so viewer discretion, but I'll show you a picture of what I found. But yeah, so I don't know. A lot of mixed feelings when stuff like that happens. It's like, you know, he made it from point A to point B and then to point C. He had to run up a hill. Like, he was hurting for a while. I like it when you take a shot and they, you know, don't go out of eyesight and they're expired. But part of hunting, part of it, the older I get, the more it bothers me, which I think is natural. But it's unfortunate because, you know, he was a good healthy deer and nice body on him. I mean, he was full for even being this time of year. And you know, I fed the predators freely, and that got me going on another situation. This weekend when me and the kids are hanging out, we're gonna get the traps out and get them boiled up and dyed and start thinking about that, because it's crazy that just overnight, you know, that kind of stuff happens. But you know, it is what it is. It's nature, it's wild, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not gonna ramble too long. Seems like I've been doing an awful lot of gabbing to the camera lately. So sorry about that. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. I did go back up and get the head off of it. It's actually boiling outside now. I'm gonna do a European mount, hang it up in the cabin with the other ones. But Didn't get to harvest any meat off of it, which sucks terribly. But it's the name of the game, I guess. Can't get all of them. But anyways, I'll take you outside and see how that's doing. Well, there it is in the pot. It's just kind of simmering. Neighbor guy does a lot of these and he's really, really good at it. Turns out beautiful, and he tells me, excuse me, 1/4 cup to a gallon of water. I've done this before, but it's been a while, so I didn't really remember. So I asked him. It's about a 1/4 cup of whatever you're using to a gallon of water. I'm using borax. I just had it around for my critter fur drying stuff, but yeah, nice deer. It's unfortunate we didn't get no meat, but it is what it is, I guess. It's part of it. Well, here he is, folks. I boiled it, pressure washed it. Wasn't really all that great. Boiled it again, pressure washed it again, and kind of screwed it up a little bit. It got kind of brown, which it's okay. I like the natural colors anyway. I don't bleach them or paint them or nothing. But yeah, still unfortunate how it all went down, but got another wall hanger for the cabin anyway. But I don't know. Get back at it here sooner or later, I guess. But definitely getting the traps out. And I don't want everybody to think, oh, coyotes ate my deer, I gotta go trap them. No. About every other year, I get the traps out and I trap pretty hard. They need to be thinned out. We've been hearing them at night and going nuts, and it's time. It's time to thin some of them out. Fur prices aren't even remotely close to worth the amount of effort and time and energy you put into it, but being a good steward of the land, gonna go after coyotes and definitely coon. Coon are getting way out of control here, so got some big boar coons on trail camera and stuff, so gonna set a line for them and coyotes. So hopefully be bringing you some trapping videos soon and more hunting videos. Thanks for watching, guys.